Hello and welcome to the first episode of my playthrough of XCOM Enemy Within, the new expansion for XCOM Enemy Unknown, which was a brilliant base game, and it's further expanded by this expansion. Right, I'll start single player. We're going to play on classic difficulty. It does add, as it says, an extreme challenge for experienced XCOM players. I am not a brilliant player, but I feel like anything below classic is easy mode, because enemies don't have as good AI and just everything is sort of softened up. So we're going to play on Iron Man, so I can't go back on any silly or stupid mistakes that I may or not make. We're going to reduce the beginner voiceover just because that becomes quite aggravating once you play the game a few times. Now, second wave, advanced gameplay options. We're going to have not created equally and hidden potential, so that the soldiers, there's an element of randomness to our soldiers' stats. So some will be brilliant, some will be bad. We've just got to take the good with the bad. And I feel like it adds more depth to the recruitment process and things. So we'll start. Right, it's going to show the introduction. It is pretty badass if overcheesed, but enjoy.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
There it was. How badass is that? Right, so we choose our base location now on one of the 5 main continents, obviously excluding Antarctica and Australasia, although that comes under Asia really. Right, so we're going to choose not North America, because aircraft and aircraft weapons are definitely not our biggest expense. It's a toss-up between Europe and Africa. Africa you get 30% increased monthly XCOM funding, and Europe, laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. So, to get the ball rolling in the first few months of the game, we definitely need lots of workshops and laboratories, so they are our prime concern, and you don't get a lot of money to start off with. Even with this monthly XCOM funding, you don't get enough to build, lots of laboratories and workshops, so we're going to choose Europe. Asia, it's not great. All projects in the Foundry and the Officers Training School cost 50% less, useful, but nowhere near as useful as Europe or Asia. South America, with Guantanamo Bay, autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. Very useful again, but Europe and Africa definitely take the crown. So we're going to choose Europe because I have an affinity with Europe, because I live in Europe. We'll confirm that. There's not too much difference between the two. I just feel
site is near the German border.
I feel obligated to play in Europe.
Picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Right, so this is Operation Twisted Fog. Alien abductions in Munich, Germany. What we need to do is neutralise all hostile targets, simple enough, kill everything that moves, and locate and secure meld canisters. Now meld is a new introduction. Meld doesn't help you, it allows you to gene modify your soldiers, so you can add different things like better eyesight for aim, physically alter the cell properties of their eyes, and also it's also used for having mechs as well, which are big hulking things with massive guns, and well, they're just all round badass really.
Strike one, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Right, so we have Boris Smirnov from Russia, we have Chrissy McGregor from Scotland, we have Clean O'Connor from the Republic of Ireland, and we have Beth Anderson from either Australia or New Zealand, I can't see. So we have 2 men, 2 women. Slowly, we are going to move them up. Because we're playing on classic difficulty, everything which is a problem in the base game, or on lesser difficulties, becomes an even bigger problem. Now just moving up there, without dashing, we have seen 2 groups of enemies. I'm not sure if this group... Yep, so both enemies are going to get aggroed. That was going to happen whatever we did, because they were so close to each other. Now it does seem that a few aliens are in bad, or at least not very good cover. Now, because they're all grouped together, it would really be nice if we could frag them. But no one seems to be close enough. We could, if we had an assault, we could run and gun. But at this stage of the game, no one has any special abilities. So what we're going to do, we're just going to hold everyone back, really. I think we might actually move this guy back, in fact.
Good to go.
Just to get him into some sort of cover and obviously further away from the enemies. And just move everyone a little bit forward. It doesn't have to be a lot, but a little bit. And then hope that the aliens come to us. Put them in Overwatch. And then as soon as any aliens move, we'll have a shot. We could take the 40% shot on... Let's have a look. On that alien. But I don't feel that that's the best thing that we could do. So Overwatch it is. Aliens move, let's see what they do. Now this guy is going to get mind melded from an alien over here. And this adds a sort of very short-term goal. Instead of trying to kill this alien, who has 4 health, we're going to try and kill the alien who is mind melding the other one. They're taking a shot, they missed, which is fine. So the one which is sort of pushing his cerebral energy into the other one has 3 health, which is normal, but if you kill that one, then the one who is receiving 1 bar of health basically gets blown up too, and someone got shot. It was a critical hit, but they didn't die, so it's not too bad. Right, reaction shots for everyone. No, not great. This one next to the truck did get blasted, but didn't kill him. He is now critically wounded. Now there was not much we could do about that. How very annoying so early on in the game. That is really very annoying. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to move Chrissy McGregor forward.
Heading there now.
No one is in Overwatch it seems, and we are going to throw a grenade. We are going to throw a grenade. There is unfortunately nowhere where we can get all 3 aliens, but as soon as we throw a grenade we're going to get both of these 2. Now grenades are so useful because they can take out 2 or more enemies instantly, especially when it does 3 damage, and most sectoids, if they're not mind melded, have 3 health, so it's it's a one-hit kill, which is very, very tempting. We can't actually see the alien which is mind melding with this one, so we can't do much about that, unfortunately. What we can do is just move everyone up just a little bit, and so they have shots on people, and then we start taking shots, or we throw a grenade. It's not going to do anything for us really, so we're just going to take a shot. 25%, I think we go for it. It missed. Okay, that's not great. But our next guy who moves up, or our next lady, Beth Anderson, she then has 20%, so she is going to go on Overwatch. Because 20% is... there's no point in trying it, in my opinion, anyway. So, one of our people has been killed, and one has panicked. Two have panicked, I should say. Now that does take things out of our locus of control, but the game is not over by any means. Those guys will panic down in time. Will panic down, they will calm down in time, and then we have control over them. Even though they are panicked, they may go for one of our soldiers, but they may also shoot at the enemies. So, although not ideal, it's not completely bad either. We still have 20% on most everyone, so we want to move our guys up. So we're going to move Beth Anderson forward, and then hopefully she can get a grenade at this mind-melding alien. Yeah, there, we'll put it there, so it kills both of those guys. I'll show you. 3 damage to both of them, so that's 2 sectoids down, and then another one down as the other one blows up. There is now only 1 sectoid that we can see, so we need to get close, that's for sure. With either McGregor, we're going to move Chrissy McGregor up actually. No, there is no qualms about that. She could move to the truck, this guy couldn't. Now we're going to take a shot. Now it is only a 50% shot, so it's less risky. It was less risky than it was bad. There was only 6 sectoids in that mission, so killing them all was quite easy. Although we did lose 1 XCOM operative. Alright, that is the first mission. We're not going to do another one this episode, but we will go through all the basics of... not basics, but I'll clear some things out, excavate some places on my base. We collected both canisters because we finished so quickly, so that is a massive positive. We will be definitely needing MALD later.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Now I am being heralded to the research labs, so we're going to have to go.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Now it seems before we go to the research labs, we're going to go to the barracks. Someone has earned a promotion, which is very, very nice.
Commander to the
2 people have earned a promotion,
Commander
right.
to the research labs.
Now Chrissy McGregor is a support, which means that later on she'll gain bonuses to medkits and the like, all the healing and buff effects basically. She just learned the skill Smoke Grenade, which is very, very useful, because if you move someone too far forward and then they become vulnerable to enemy fire, you can throw a Smoke Grenade and it gives +20 to all units in that area. Very nice. So she got 3 kills in that mission, very commendable. And Beth Anderson also got 3 kills. She is from, still doesn't say, no, she's a sniper. So her first ability that she learns is Headshot, which means you get a higher critical hit chance and extra damage on critical hits. There is a 2-turn cooldown, but that's not too detrimental, because in those 2 turns you can still fire with your sniper, no matter. So she is still either from New Zealand or Australia, I can't tell. Right, we are getting heckled. We are getting told to go to the research labs. We got a Defender medal. Good, good.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Right, we have new research available. That's why we're going to have to go.
Commander, you can now honor our soldiers by awarding them medals for accomplishments you deem appropriate.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Farlan. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
So now the research labs is where you gain all the blueprints for guns, well, weapons that you are going to use in the future. Engineering, this tab, is where you then turn those blueprints into physical things. We are going to start a new research project. I think what we'll do is we'll go with interesting. It is quite a toss-up at the start because there's so many things that you need to get through very, very quickly. I would like to have a go at meld recombination just so that we can get genes, you know, gene modification, get that ball rolling anyway. I think that's what we're going to do.
Commander to engineering. Commander to engineering.
Right, we're getting told to go to engineering, so we'll choose gene research.
We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
She is very annoying, Dr. Varland, so you'll have to deal with her. We'll go to engineering. This guy is very cool.
Commander, I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Varland has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Now he is like the wise guy. He builds things. He's the old wise mentor. He doesn't actually say anything mentorish, but you know, he kind of has that look.
Commander to mission control.
So we're going to build.
Commander to mission control.
I think we're just going to build one med kit to start off with. We're going to give it to our support. One or two, that's the question. I think we're just going to do one at the moment. We are also, while I'm thinking about it, we're also going to build a satellite. Now satellites stop countries from pulling it out of the XCOM project, which you definitely do not want to happen. Now this is our facilities. All these boxes can have one facility in. We're going to excavate this one, and then you get bonuses. So if you build a satellite uplink here, then you would get a bonus to the effect of both. It's kind of adds a bit of a puzzle element to the game. First off, we can't actually build anything, so we're going to build an access lift. It does cost money, and it leaves us with only 5, but it is investing in the future. We're going to exit out of that. Right, that's going to be the end of the first episode. That gives an introduction to the game and an introduction to how I'm going to play it. Not too defensively, not too offensively, because with the enemy within expansion, you cannot just hang back. If you want the meld, you have to push forward. I'm going to mission control soon. Right, so yeah, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. It helps out a ton. Leave a comment if I make any stupid mistakes. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.